So, uh, Good morning. My name is Shalaka Tarare, and my topic name is ECG analysis, a new approach in human identification. These are the authors of the paper: Lena Bell, Ola Peterson, Leonard Philipson, and Peter White. Now, coming to the introduction, in this paper, we'll investigate a new approach for human identification, namely electrocardiogram analysis. Mm, so, what is ECG? ECG is a method to measure and record different electrical potentials of the heart. Electrocardiography is the process of producing an electrocardiogram. It is a graph of voltage versus time of the electrical activity of the heart using electrodes placed on the skin. Mm, these electrodes detect the small electrical changes that are a consequence of cardiac muscle depolarization, followed by repolarization during each cardiac cycle. Changes in the normal ECG pattern occurs in numerous cardiac abnormalities, including cardiac rhythm disturbances. William Enthoven developed the ECG method in the early 19th. The origin of the electrical activity measured by ECG is the muscle fibers of different parts of heart. The ECG may roughly be divided into the phases of depolarization and repolarization of the muscle fibers making up the heart. The depolarization phase corresponds to the P wave, that is atrial depolarization, and QRS wave, yeah, the ventricle depolarization. The repolarization phases correspond to the T wave and U wave, that is ventricular repolarization. The elements in the ECG complex are shown in this figure. The ECG is measured by placing 10 electrodes on selected spots on the human body surface. Six electrodes are placed on the chest, and four electrodes are placed on the extremities. For regular ECG recordings, the variations in electrical potentials in 12 different directions out of the 10 electrodes are measured. These 12 different electrical views of the activity in the heart are normally referred to as leads. The 12 leads are made up of three bipolar and nine monopolar leads. The three bipolar leads are the electrical potentials between the right and left arm, the right arm and left foot, and between the left arm and left foot, that is lead 3. For the monopolar leads, four different artificial reference points are constructed. These reference points are the average of the signals seen at two or more electrodes. Using these reference points, the potential appearing on the left arm, the right arm, the left foot, and on the six chest electrodes are measured. The right foot is normally used for grounding purposes only. In the past, there have been many approaches to automatically generate diagnostic ECG classification based on the 12 lead electrocardiogram. Both statistical methods and artificial neural networks have been used. Coming to measurement model, the information in the measurement heart signal is processed in three steps. Uh, that is, first is the ECG equipment, feature selection, and third is soft independent modeling of class analogy, that is SIMCA. So, from the digitalized signal, 30 features are generated by the ECG equipment. All these features are normally used for healthy clinical diagnosis. The amount of data is reduced when specific features are selected. Motivation of these selections is further described under analysis. Um, then In order to use the Simca classifier for identification of a particular subject, the model has to be taught the specific features of the subject. This is accomplished by presenting a set of measurements for each subject to the classifier. Based on this data, sets of statistical model for each person is constructed. Thus, a group of statistical models is built and stored. Once this training process is done, the Simca classifier can be a randomly selected person belonging to the original group of subjects. The Simca classifier then picks the person providing the best match in the group as the output. This is the features used for classification. Uh, Now coming to the experiments, the measurements are done with 12 lead rest ECG recordings, which are composed of 6 limb leads and chest leads. It has been shown in the variation in positioning of the chest electrodes will cause differences in the diagnosis of a disease. The average difference in electrode placement on the chest is 3 centimeter. The placement of chest electrodes is important for diagnostics, and the same assumption has been made for person identification. The chest electrodes were therefore removed and replaced to start a new measurement. Since the placement of the limb electrodes is not as critical, they were not removed between the measurements, and the measurements in the experiment have been as follows. The 10 electrodes were placed on the person to be identified. The person, second is the person was allowed to rest for a while. Third, an ECG recording was done. And then fourth is the chest electrodes were removed. Fifth, the chest electrodes were replaced on the person, and sixth is the procedure was repeated from step two between 4 and 10 times. ECG measurements have been done on 20 persons. The ages of the persons vary between 20 to 55 years old. Both women and men have been participating in the experiment. For minor group, 10 ECG measurements have been done. For the rest of the group, 4 or 5 ECG measurements were done. All measurements are done within a period of 6 weeks. 3 operators have been involved in the placing the electrodes to ensure that the operator who places the electrodes does not affect the classification. All 3 operators have been involved in the measurements of some persons. This shows that it is not possible to distinguish a person depending on who has performed the ECG measurement. So this is the plot for PCA score plot using all data and features, and this is the PCA score plot using all data and 10 features. Now coming to analysis, feature selection. The equipment used for the measurements is a Siemens Megacard. The information from Siemens ECG is transferred and covered to a usable format. The results from the observation will be 360, that is 30 into 12 leads. Features for each person to be identified. The features delivered from this device are defined in Appendix A. Calculation of the correlation matrix shows a strong correlation between the different leads for a specific feature. The first reduction is to use data only from the chest leads or limb leads. Taste to have small differences between using limb leads and the chest leads. The reason for choosing the limb leads is that it is easy to attach the corresponding electrodes compared to the chest leads. Usage of just limb leads will reduce the number of features to 180. The reason why limb leads has been chosen for further feature reduction is the simplicity of electrode attachment. One limb lead requires that only two electrodes plus one ground electrode are placed on a person. To reduce the amount of information further, the correlation matrix is studied again. Features with a relatively high correlation with other features are removed. This will reduce the number of features to 12. After that, the reduction must be based on taste. Uh, One possible feature set is defined. On this set will be used together with the T morphology. Second is the classification. The method used to classify person is SIMCA. The SIMCA model will find similarities between test objects and classes rather than find identical behavior. In SIMCA modeling, SIMCA modeling is used to build a principal component analysis model for each class. That is PCA. PCA is a mathematical transform which is used to explain variance in experimental data. The data matrix consists of a number of experiments, each consisting of a number of variables. That is, PCA decomposes the data matrix into latent variables, which successively account for as much variance as possible. The score vectors describe the direction of the principal components in the relation to observations uh, or experiments. PCA is also a method for data reduction. 85 measurements sets have been used for building models of the 20 different classes. Depending on how many measurements have been done on each person, the training set will vary. When the training set will and the different classes are revised, training can be used. Otherwise, the classes must be identified by pattern recognition. The number of samples per person will vary depending on the number of measurements that have been done on person. The results are calculated with a significance of 5%, which means there is a 5% risk that object will fall outside the class even if it belongs to it. Coming to the result, the PCA score plot can be used to interpret differences and similarities among the data samples. PCA score plot with all features are used, both training and testing data are included in the plot. Each label corresponds to measurement series. The classification properties are more difficult to distinguish. The classification test procedure is performed as described in this table. The numbers of correct classifications are the same independent of using 360 feature or 21 features from one lead. We conclude that the ECG measurement contains a lot of redundant information. The misclassified sample in the measurements will vary between the taste. It is not specific sample that is difficult to classify. This implies that each individual may have feature making the measurement easy to classify if it is used in classification procedure. Reducing the overall features will create new types of features to be used, and therefore the connections to the features are individually suited to the classification algorithm. The best results are found using 10 features specified. Reducing the number of features more will increase the number of misclarified samples. The sample must consist of contradictory features when they are used for classification. This is probably the reason why the best results are found for these 10 features. Uh, Coming to the conclusion, a new approach in human identification is presented. This approach, namely ECG analysis, is shown to make it possible to identify persons from predetermined group. A team of operators in an industry. The tests are done with the standard 12 lead rest ECG. This preliminary analyzed result shows that only one lead is enough to identify a person. Further work will be to investigate how the ECG will vary over a longer time period and if it will affect the possibility to identify a person. Uh, Other interesting aspects are to investigate the effect of the person's normal working activities on the ECG. It would be also be of interest to analyze if the proposal ECG measurement can give information about the person's state, that is, how stressed our operator is, his or her overall physical health, etc. So this was conclusion and for this work. These are the references of these papers. This was all about my topic. Thank you.